Hello everyone and welcome back to my kitchen. For today's recipe, we're making homemade corn tortillas. I'm also going to reveal the secret on how to prepare your masa so you can get that perfect rice in your tortilla every time. To prepare the tortillas, I'm going to use Maseca corn flour. Maseca carries a variety of different corn flours, but this particular one you can see that it's made for tortillas, tamales, and gorditas. This one also has a much smoother texture, which makes it the perfect masa to prepare tortillas with. To a medium bowl, add 2 cups of maseca and 1 teaspoon of salt. Add 1 1/3 cups of very warm water to the masa and mix until it comes together. If you're using a different brand of corn flour, add your water a little bit at a time. All corn flours are different, so you may need a little bit less or a little bit more water depending on the brand that you're using. With the amount of corn flour we used for this recipe, we did end up using 1 1/3 cups of water. Mix for a good 5 minutes or until your masa comes together. You'll know it's ready when it's no longer sticking to your hand and it has a nice smooth texture. If you happen to go a little bit overboard on the water and your masa is still a little bit too sticky and not coming together, sprinkle a small amount of the corn flour until your masa comes together. Once your masa is nice and smooth, wrap it in plastic wrap and allow it to rest for at least 1 to 2 hours outside of the refrigerator. This step is very important because this is what's going to give us the perfect masa to prepare the perfect tortillas that we're looking for. Our masa has been resting for a little bit over an hour. Now we're going to separate it into 1-inch rounds. I'm going to prepare about 4 to 5 tortillas at a time. The remainder of the masa we have left over, we're going to wrap it back up in the plastic. This is going to keep it from drying up while we prepare the first set of tortillas. Once we're done with the first set of tortillas, we're going to repeat the process with the remainder of the masa. You can also refrigerate the remainder of the masa and use it for later use. It can last up to 3 days in the refrigerator. With the amount of ingredients we use, you can make a little bit over 1 dozen tortillas depending on how big you make them. Line your tortilla press with 2 pieces of plastic. I usually cut up a Ziploc bag or an old grocery bag. Place one of the pieces of masa in the middle of the tortilla press over the first piece of plastic. Place the other piece of plastic over the masa and give it a nice gentle press. Flip it over to the other side and give it a very gentle press. I like to give it that second press because it gives you a nice even tortilla. If you do it just once, the tortilla is going to be a little bit thicker on one side than it is the other. Remove it from the plastic and place it on a preheated skillet over low to medium heat. Cook for about 30 seconds on the first side or until you see a light discoloration around the edges of the tortilla. Once you see that discoloration, flip it over and cook for about 45 seconds to 1 minute on the second side. Flip again and give it a nice gentle press right in the middle of the tortilla and your tortilla should puff right up. Repeat the process with the remainder of the masa or until you have the number of tortillas that you need. With the amount of ingredients we used, we made a total of 14 tortillas. These tortillas are so soft that you can roll them up as tacos without the tortilla breaking apart. Use them for tacos or enjoy them with your favorite dishes. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on our next video with a different recipe.